Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Okay, I think we're good. All right, dude. Last night I was setting everything up, to record today, and I got on the YouTube channel for the first time in a few weeks. We've been on a bit of a summer break. A little bit of a summer intermission, some would call it. And I go to check the YouTube channel for the first time in a few weeks. And, normally I don't check it. I kind of post and ghost. I don't want to sound like Joe Rogan, but I really try not to check the comments simply because it's tends to be detrimental to my health. It's people telling me I'm unfunny, I'm retarded. They're calling me gay. They're calling me a fag. They're telling me to quit. No one's ever going to listen to your podcast, yada, 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 all that very fun stuff. So I hardly check the YouTube channel, but I checked it yesterday for the first time since we kind of took our little intermission. And I see, the notification. Okay, here we go. Here we go, right? That's my first thought. Love checking these. These are always fun to check. Well, what's in store for me now? Is it a photo of my house? It's just someone it's a blurry, pixelated camera phone from like 2008 of my apartment complex, just like the windows and the light glowing at like 1:00 in the morning. I was like, is this what this is? Is it my address? Is it my social security number? What could this possibly be? I go to check, and it's surprisingly a very, very nice comment. I had to check my pulse. I was like, am I alive? Did I die? Someone's being nice to me on this fucking platform? Huh? I'm getting support in the world? No, this is fake. So I go to read the comment, and it says this. It goes, "Hey man, hope you keep making videos. God bless you." That's very nice. That is very nice to see. And it was very heartwarming. I was like, oh, my presence was missed. It's good to know that my presence is missed. So I'm like, very kind words. I'm not going to say the guy's name because, we don't want to dox the innocent. So I go, let me check out this guy's profile and see what he's about, right? I want to see the supporters of this show. So I go to click on his profile, and I swear to God, his profile picture is a photo of Adolf Hitler. His fucking profile photo is a photo of Hitler. That is the guy that is saying, hey man, love the show. Keep going. God bless you. That is... And I saw that, and I truly... I just kind of started laughing and cackling a bit because I was like, all right, this is my demographic. I guess this is my demographic. These are the people that support the show, which I appreciate, right? I don't like to shun beliefs. Just don't be violent and don't target your hatred towards me. That's all I ask. So I don't shame beliefs, but it was very, very funny. And also a bit ironic, I gotta be honest. There's people on YouTube, again, that tell me horrific things, and they seem to be, I don't want to say well-adjusted people, because I don't think anybody on YouTube is well-adjusted, but they seem to be, certainly not Nazis. I'll put it that way. Certainly the people that are commenting hate on my channel are not Nazis. So thank you again for the support that you guys have shown this show, especially in our absence. We took a couple of weeks off. I had to get my legs back up under me. It was very chaotic. I recently launched Kiwi 3.5. It looks great. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out at trykiwi.io. have fun with it. It's not really like a platform to have fun with. It's just, it's a website. Go check it out. It's cool. Um, and then I just had a bunch of other shit come up, meetings and work and all that fun shit. But we are here. We're back. I said, you know what? We're going to take a little quick summer intermission. A quick summer intermission. Let's all go out and let's enjoy the summer. Let's go out and enjoy summer 2026. It's the goddamn World Cup. Huh? It's the it was the World Cup, to be quite honest. It's over. In my mind, the World Cup it's done. Mexico got eliminated. The United States got eliminated 12 hours later. So in my mind, this shit, it's been done. It's been done. I know we still have, I think, the semis and then the actual final. That's who I don't care. I don't care. I witnessed Mexico get knocked out, and that was something, man. That was brutal. That was brutal. Well, I'll talk about it, I guess. I'll try. I mean, to be quite honest, there's a part of me, if I do talk about it, I feel like I will just be essentially sobbing, because this was a brutal, brutal loss. A bittersweet ending to a great run. But, maybe it was, maybe the real World Cup was the friends we made along the way, huh? Maybe that was the thing. Because I gotta be honest, I had fun in that sense. The outcome wasn't what I wanted. I wasn't expecting really, much of anything else, to be quite honest. My entire life, the two countries that I support in this tournament, they always tend to disappoint. So this was a very, very a good surprise. After the round of 32, which, I mean, it kind of ended immediately after, but once we hit the round of 32, I was like, this is green territory. Right, we're no longer in the red, we're no longer in the black, we're in the green. Whatever happens from here, I can live with it. I'm happy. Will it be painful? Yes. Will I cry? Yes. Will I drink? Yes. But I can live with it because it was a great run. And so maybe the real World Cup was the friends we made along the way. Because I gotta be honest, man, it was great. Here, let me show you this. I saw this, the big USA sleepover. I'll watch a little bit of it. What a fucking time. Truly, what a time to be alive. I actually might have to blur some of that, the audio, because fucking the copyright infringement never ends. It's just another battle after another. So I might have to, if some noise cuts out, it's because I had to edit some of the noise out. But staying on topic, it was a great, great World Cup. Whenever the United States, who did they play before they got knocked out? I should have this up on the screen. Whenever the United States played Bosnia, I went to a bar and I got to, just have that traditional experience of go get pretty fucked up, be around, 1,000 other people, scream, shout, curse, hug, sing, sway. I really got to have that experience for the Bosnia game. And it was fucking great, to be quite honest. It was really great. It was something that I made a point to experience during this entire tournament. I think I've said it before on this show. I love those videos that you see of those large crowds watching the soccer games, and they score and the water is so fucking spraying everywhere. People are crying and hugging, and they're gonna go have sex in a broom closet just because of the pure emotion that's going on. I've always wanted to be around something like that, and I got to finally experience it, and it was fucking great. It was great, and I would like to put a motion that every World Cup be held here in the United States, at least for the next 80 years until I'm gone. You know, I don't want the world to revolve around me. I feel like that's a little bit, I would never expect that. But I do think the World Cup should be hosted by the United States of America until the year, is that 2100? No, it's not. It's 2026 plus 80 years. I'm just Mr. Why don't I have? I'm trying to. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is 2100. Is it 2106? Jesus Christ! Are you serious? Okay, that's a little. Well, hey, I'll stand on it still. I would like to move. I would like to set a motion for the jury to allow the United States of America to host the World Cup until the year 2100. And I think that is a very, very fair judgment and bill and law to pass, because it has been fucking great. People in the comments and you know, they're gonna DM me saying like, no, you're just an ignorant American. No, I'm correct. I'm right. I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, you can have the World Cup in Spain and all this shit, but come on. Let's be honest here. All right. Spain doesn't have a Buc-ee's. Spain doesn't have an In-N-Out. There's no Jerry World in Barcelona. The Norwegians, they can't fucking row in Spain. They can't do that in Times Square on an escalator. Let's be real here, people. Let's be real. No one wants to go to Barcelona for the fucking World Cup. I'll stand on it. Attack me in the comments if you want. I don't care. I do not care, because there is a very, very strong case to be made that the World Cup should be held here indefinitely. Not even in Canada. Fuck Canada. Mexico, yeah, well, Mexico for sure. Absolutely. Canada, you gotta go, bro. Those slots, the city slots, are going to be allocated elsewhere, because you guys were terrible. No promotion for that fucking country. You guys got eliminated immediately. No heart. Come on. So it's going to be held here from now on. That's law. That is the law. And I am very, very excited for it, because Jesus, what a summer.
We're going to come here, we're going to drink your beer, we're going to put some money into the economy, and we're going to have a right good time while we're doing it.
How big is it?
Bite.
First bite, man. That's your first ever bite of Texas barbecue. What do you think?
Amazing!
Hey, that's a shark.
I love it!
Texas is good. Everything is big.
Now you have the cowboy hat on. Talk to me about why did you decide to wear it today?
Because we went to Fort Worth and we decided to try to be like locals as possible as we can. So.
So it was just really a all around great vibe. If you missed out for some fucking weird reason, That's on you. I mean, I knew people that were not into it for some psychotic reason. You know, my thought process was, okay, if someone like me, the ultimate, what the fuck am I saying? Ultimate introvert. You know, the someone who prefers to kind of just stay in the crib. If all glasses is excited and willing to go out in large groups of people, thousands of people walking drunk, willing to look past the mass shooting epidemic that happens in this country, willing to overlook the mass psychosis, willing to overlook the major crime. If someone like me can move past all of that for just a few weeks, why cannot everybody else? Am I speaking right? I'm all over the place, guys. I apologize. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. But why can't other people? Because I had friends who just weren't. They were like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I'm not sure if I talked about this last episode, but I was like, dude, there's a chance where you can like literally go to a bar and meet 10 people from 10 different countries. When is that ever happening again? You got to understand, when is that ever happening again? Go out, fall in love, fucking make mistakes, do whatever, have fun. But now people wanted to just be fucking still focused on the same gender war, culture war, you know, the uppity, well, how can I be celebrating and having a good time with what's going on in the country? Okay, get fucked. Get fucked, to be quite honest. It's not 2016 anymore, all right? It's done. That shit, woke 1.0 it's dead, buried, it's gone. Hang it up, bro. Hang it up, because I kept seeing that bullshit. Here, let me give you a good example, so I'm not just kind of throwing out these weird generalizations. But this right here, man. So it says, just know that when you see my flag flying this week, it stands for equality. Science is real. Abortion is healthcare. Fund public schools, protect trans kids, and separation of church and state. And what is this? No human is illegal. Liberty and justice for all. Jesus. I don't know, man. You can just be patriotic. I think that's my point. You can just be patriotic. You don't have to do this like smug routine, this dance. You can just be patriotic. And it doesn't have to be this performative. I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know. People like this, there's a real darkness to them. There is a real darkness to them. These are the people that are on the Nextdoor app. You know, they're you know, just posting on the app, being like, "Did you guys see a Mexican? He was kind of walking by on the sidewalk earlier. You know, he had a leaf blower and a hat. It was like really covering his face. He looked to be wearing this like yellow highlighted uniform. I don't know if it's like a new gang color that they're sporting, but it was very neon highlight lime. Yeah, and he was also with like another couple of other Mexicans. One of them, I think he had a rake and a shovel. I think they were gonna go like dig up, I don't know, break into a home and dig up some bodies. I really don't know, but you know, I was just wondering if anybody saw these people stalking our community. These are the same exact people that are on that app, that are on all apps across this entire digital hellscape that we live in, just constantly having to tell you that they are not racist. constantly. I've known people like this in real life. I've gone to school. I've met people just in general that I've kind of become acquaintances with, and they have this need. They have this constant, like, I don't know, is it like a white guilt per se, where they just have to constantly make it a point to let you know that they are not racist. and they don't realize that that is the most racist shit that you could possibly do. Like, let me see. I'm trying to think of just like a generality or just any specifics. But whenever I'm hanging out with my black friends, I'm not feeling a need to make it a point that I'm not racist towards black people. I'm not describing them as like African American. I'm not, I don't even know. Just being very, very pandering. No, it's just my friend. He's my friend and he's black. But to these people, it's not that. It's, yes, this is my friend, but it's also my job to help them because they are a minority. It's that type of savior complex. And that's where the darkness really, really comes from. And that's the kind of stuff that, like, I see these videos and my mind immediately jumps to that. Like, I immediately start thinking, what is going on behind closed doors? Like, behind that window right there, what is going on? Do you think she, like, walks in and, she, like, connects to a VPN? She goes on 4chan and she's, like, just this huge, huge racist, just a 4chan mod. Just, like, Hitler lover 42069, whites forever. Probably loves the show. Probably was the one that made the fucking comment on it. Hey, man, love the show. Keep it up, buddy. It's always the most racist people that feel the need to do this public dance. That's the point I'm trying to make. And that's all I kept thinking whenever I would see these posts. Again, you can just be patriotic. You can just have fun. You don't have to just, I don't know. It reminds me of like that stereotypical cliche. Here. I saw this video. I'm going to pull it up. I have this saved in my bookmarks. Dude, my bookmarks are just... When did I bookmarked this a while ago, looking for a reason to bring it up. That's just me, I just let it stew. I'm like, this is going to come in handy at some point. But dude, this fucking sucks so much ass. Look at this.
Hands on top, everybody stop. We are not taking that taxpayer money to your friends who followed directions at the January field trip. Heck no, techno. We do not encourage our friends to make unsafe choices, then call them patriotic, then let your friends out of their consequences, and then sue ourselves, and then create a $1.76 billion prize box. No, I said 7-6, not 6-7. Just catch a bubble, okay? That's why we don't start coups during rallies, my friend, okay? I know that you...
People interact and they see these videos and they go, yeah, why shouldn't we get Trump for a third term? Yeah, well, why not? Why not get Trump for a fourth term? Fuck it, why not? If that's what it takes to avoid being talked to, because I guarantee you, man, God help us if Kamala wins. God help us, because they're planting the seeds that she's going to run again in 2028. If she wins, this is going to run absolutely rampant in the streets. You're going to say the word retard at the bar, and the chick next to you is going to turn to you and give you this. So I pray to God Kamala does not win, because this will be an epidemic that we have never seen before. It'll be 2016 with a vengeance. You know how they, the headline and all is always like, oh, alt-right, conservative white men are walking the streets with pitchforks and tiki torches. You know how, we're seeing that? It's going to be the same exact thing, but it's going to be liberal white women looking for heads to put under the guillotine. God help us, because we're going to see a pendulum swing like we have never seen swing before. God help us. I know a lot of friends, they've been letting, as free speech has returned. As free speech has returned, I've seen a lot more people get a lot more loose with the slurs, if you catch my drift. If you catch my drift. People are getting really, really loose with the slurs. And I have to tell them, I'm not judging you. I do not care. I do not care. I'm a free speech advocate as long as it doesn't hurt my feelings. So I do not care. But, and I have to tell them, but be wary. The pendulum may swing back. And the last thing you want is a huge, and I mean huge, digital footprint of you dropping hard R's. That's all I'm saying. They call me woke and shit like that, but whatever, right? People, you say something that they don't want to hear and you get called woke or alt-right, whatever, who gives a shit? But yeah, that is just something that I have been thinking about a lot, especially seeing this video.
Rallies, my friend, okay? I know that you do not like consequences, but you are making democracy feel unsafe, and that's a sad choice. Got it. Okay, let's think in our brain.
And also, make no mistake. Make no mistake. I would absolutely make a pass at her at the bar. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite about it. I would absolutely. I'm 3 beers deep at a hotel bar. Look at those SSRI stare right there. Okay, I'm 3-4 beers deep at a Marriott in Palo Alto. She's there. It's me. Been traveling a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna say what's up. Yeah, I'll be a communist for a fucking night if that's what she wants me to be. So make no mistake, I would absolutely completely alter my personality for her.
If you are the president suing the government as the boss of the government, is that expected behavior or unexpected? Your Treasury Department lawyer doesn't want to play with you anymore, friend. Why don't you go draw one of your cities with the Sharpies, okay?
I would become the most communist person on the planet, and for about 8 hours. But after that, I would probably tell my friends, "Dude, this chick, she sucked. She was crazy. She was cool, but she was also a absolute psychopath that is dissociated from reality." That I love. If she's watching this, if someone sends her this clip, let her know that I'm open to marriage. But getting back on point, I am genuinely terrified to see this return. Because, it's not just, you can just tell me, hey man, that's offensive. Hey man, fuck off, you're an asshole. That's cool, dude. All right. Okay, I respect it. Okay. Just don't, waterboard me, man. Don't waterboard me. Call my boss and get me fired before you waterboard me for 45 minutes at the fucking bar about me using the word retard in a conversation with one of my best friends. Do that. Like imagine being at the bar and you say the word fag or retard or whatever just in passing as a quick little joke to one of your best friends. And this lunatic turns to you and starts giving you a lecture. Friday, 8:17 p.m. You just had a awful fucking week. And you just want to go to the bar with your buddies, have some fun, talk some shit, and just live life, let off some steam. And then this person turns to you and starts giving you a lecture. No, well, I just don't think you should use that term because, it pays homage to a patriarchal system that actively benefits from late stage capitalism and postmodernism that eventually leads back to misogynism. You're like, bro, can you please just shoot me in the head? Do that instead. Shoot me in the head. You're getting that yap, and you immediately you're like, I hope a absolute maniac walks in through these doors with an AK-47 and starts letting it sing, because that would be a lot more fun, a lot more enjoyable than what I am currently being bombarded with. You can tell I love this woman because I'm arguing with her, and it's probably my wife. I'm not joking. It's probably my wife, the way I'm arguing with this person. But you guys get my point, right? I feel like I got my point across. But with all the, culture war, gender war aside, I was very, very heartbroken when Mexico lost. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it. See, whenever you aren't infatuated with meaningless topics, you can focus on other things that actually matter. Like Mexico losing in the round of 16 and breaking my fucking heart. That was brutal, man. I was pretty brutal. I watched it with my dad. And I gotta be honest, I was hoping it would be like a moment that we could share. Oh my God, Mexico, can you believe this? Round of 16, they just made it past. We're moving forward, sharing it with my pops, hugging them, crying, saying a rosary in Spanish, sobbing. That's what I was hoping. I was really hoping Mexico would win, simply because I wanted to experience that with my dad, and I feel like that could be something that other, people in my same situation could also experience with their fathers. But of course, hey, that's too good to be true, right? Hey, I know you wanted to be happy and have some meaning in a meaningless hellscape that we live in. I know you wanted that. I know you wanted some sort of, connection in a connectionless society. But we're not going to allow that to happen, buddy. Benjamin Netanyahu did not allow that to happen. What a fucking loss. I scroll Instagram whenever they lost, saved some stuff that I can show you that I was like, this is me. This is literally me. I have never seen, I don't know, they say Mexican men aren't really the best at like handling their emotions, but there is some look at this. I feel like this is literally the perfect encapsulation. This looks like it literally looks like a shot from a Tarantino film. I'm not joking. This looks like the shot from a Quentin Tarantino film on the Mexican struggle in the World Cup. What a fucking shot. And it was a perfect encapsulation of how I felt, and I felt of millions of others. Absolutely fucking brutal.
No, chingada madre, hombre, pinche México. Hijo de su puto, 4 putos años, chingada, güey, puta México, no, es un perro, güey, chingada, madre, pinche México, dale, no, verga. Hijo de su puta. No, chingada madre.
Yeah, to think about it. This was probably the same guy. He probably was fucking fucked up, got into his car, and drunk drove. Oh my god, bro, you have to laugh so you don't fucking cry. Dude, that was so that was fucking brutal, man. That was a brutal loss. Oh my god. What a time, huh? What a time. You gotta laugh so you don't cry. I'm not gonna focus on the United States. I really don't. I don't care, to be quite honest. The World Cup felt over when Mexico lost. It was brutal. It was fucking brutal. I'm getting all choked up. It's fucking brutal. I don't get it. Oh, you don't fucking get it. I believed in the team. Fuck you. Brutal. But life goes on. Life goes on, and we slowly get back to normal. We slowly get back to hating each other. A lot of people, I saw a lot of speculation online. What's next? What happens? Where do we go from here as a country? We've had this realization with the world that we connect. All these people, buzzword, theory, connection, cohesion, we hate the politicians, not each other, all this bullshit. I have a feeling that is going to go right out the window. The second, not even the second, the last match ends. It'll probably go out the window during halftime of the final match. After, the players are going to come out for the second half of the World Cup final, and there's going to be a riot happening somewhere around the country, in Seattle or something. I don't know, minorities going to have been gotten shot or something. We're going to waste no time and have learned absolutely nothing from this experience as a country. Right back to it. And I got to be honest, I would expect nothing less. I never bought the whole, maybe this is a grander shift of things. Maybe this means we're going to be able to understand and have a discussion with each other. Nope. Absolutely not. There is no you cannot have discussions with idiots. Yes or yes. You cannot have discussions with people who are so disconnected from reality. I'm going to bring up this next video because this came, it could not have, I guess, gone viral or surfaced at a better time. Because like I said, we are wasting no time in going back to the way things were. The hatred, it's coming back with a vengeance. Sorry, I can't talk, people. I'm a mess. Mexico lost. What do you want from me? Here, check this video out, man. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it really went viral. So there was this influencer that went, viral. Her name's Catherine Ebbs. She is being called out for being out of touch at a grocery store. So this is what I saw, and I wanted to show you guys.
This is not going to be good news. I don't think I could have ever gotten Lauren drunk or high enough to be in this place right now. Guys, this is not good.
This influencer, Catherine Ebbs, is being called out for being completely out of touch in her small town grocery store video. Because wait till you hear what she says at the end of the video about her entire experience at this grocery store. People are saying this came off so snotty. Girl, what is this video? So disrespectful. I'm so confused. So you're too good for a normal grocery store or what? And she actually responds to a few of those comments. And one thing people point out is that she says there is no good produce. But yeah, her cart is full of produce as well as goes back and gets more.
Fruit does not look good. Like, all their fruit looks bad. We have to hit the fruits and veggies again. I'm just sitting here laughing.
Some people are saying that she also may just be exaggerating this stuff to make it sound worse than it is, because she says there's no all beef hot dogs.
I don't see any.
So just this worthless human being who, got like 50,000 followers on TikTok and, immediately just became like disconnected from reality. I saw that, man, and I was like, we are so fucking back. We are so fucking back. The World Cup, again, meaningless. I'm going to support my statement. I bet you this lady, she was probably, talking about unity and we are all one race, the human race, during the group stage. And as soon as that ended, she's back to shaming not even the poor, just a regular grocery store. Just a regular grocery store. Just again, a worthless human being, a consumer. That's all it is. There's a boardroom of psychopaths in $10,000 suits, and they have her photo on just a projector screen, and they go, "This is who we sell to. If we can sell to her, we can sell to anybody." And that's the strategy. Just the overall, just consume. That's all it is. She probably loves the Erewhon water. Did you guys see that? Is that what the tonic water? Here we go. $12 for a, Jesus, man. Ads. That's all. This is, here we go. Nope, another ad. Can't do that. Okay, here we go. Luxury grocery store Erewhon announces $12 cup of sacred water. It's just essentially organic ingredients, including jasmine tea, coconut water, and raw honey. $12. This right here was made in a CIA lab specifically designed for that influencer grocery store lady. That is what this is. It's really just one and the same thing, to be quite honest. And before I go any further, I would like to say I love Erewhon. To be quite honest. Whenever I'm scrolling, whenever I'm, driving on through, scurrying on through, I love to stop by. I think it's at the Calabasas location. I don't know where the fuck it is. There's the main one in LA. I like to stop by there, get a smoothie. It's $30. It's fine. It's worth it. I feel like Hailey Bieber. It is what it is. But that is, I'm really trying to figure out how to say these things without coming across as spiteful, because as you guys know, I am not a bitter or mean person. That's not who I am. I'm a nice guy. But whenever I go to Erewhon, which again, I love the place, great slice of pizza, I'll be honest, burritos, the burritos are burritos. When I go to this place, I look around and I go, yeah, to be quite honest, if this place was hit with a nuclear bomb, like just this store only, and the people that, the demographic of people that are in these walls, they went whenever the missile hit, you know, just boom, 250 dead in Calabasas by a targeting missile from God knows who, North Korea, China, the CIA, Iran, all of them. I don't know. If that happened, we could objectively say that society got better that day. Yes or yes? We could objectively say that. I know that's a problematic statement to say, but we have to acknowledge the truth of it. Now, will I still go and consume their great products? Because I'll be honest, they are great. They are pretty fucking great. Actually, dude, it's not even great. That's the thing. Erewhon is not even great. It's just that we live in a world of fucking such poverty and misery, and everything is made up of chemicals, that this is just basic food. This is nothing special. Like the food at Erewhon is just basic food. But it cost $30 fucking dollars. It's just basic healthy food, you know, that won't cause your insulin to spike and crash. That won't cause your emotion levels to be unpredictable. That won't have chemicals that are gonna give you some form of fucking cancer in 10 years. That is what Erewhon is. Just treating you like a normal human being. That's what it is. But it's strictly only for the rich. It's a beautiful symbol, really. It's a beautiful symbol of only the ultra rich can live like a human being in this dystopia that we have fallen into. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. If you can't beat them, you join them, and that's why I go, because I love the egg, bacon, and cheese burritos that they have on their breakfast menu. It's great. It's phenomenal. Now, should I be, you know, arguably put down for going to Erewhon and getting a burrito there in the great city of Los Angeles? Yes, I have thought that before. I've been in the car eating an Erewhon burrito, thinking to myself, okay, I am eating this grocery store whitewashed burrito in the city of Los Angeles, the city famously known for its great Mexican food. And now that I say this on the air, now that I kind of really think about it more and more, I should probably stop buying the burritos at this place. Just, you know, it. Do you want to pay $25 for a burrito or $9 for a fucking, you know, some of the best food you've ever had in your life? Moving on, though. Moving on. You know how I said that we're slowly returning to our normal state of hatred and paranoia and mass psychosis? I showed you that grocery store influencer. The altered reality, the dissociation that is already surfacing once again. Well, this is more of the mass psychosis angle that I'm talking about, and I gotta be honest, I kind of like this. I saw this on my timeline, and you go, you know, my timeline is just hell. I'm just scrolling through fucking hell. That's what my timeline is. Scrolling through hell. I'll get a couple videos, sure, that make me laugh, but for the most part, it's just scrolling through hell and people who think they're being gang stalked by the government. And yeah, it's a great time. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great time. So I saw this, and again, I was like, we're hitting our peak form again.
Guy is also not this fucking retarded either. This is definitely not something a Fed would do, because that'd be dumb as fuck. This is something a dumb fucking idiot would do, who's a pervert rapist. The FBI is also not this fucking retarded either. This is definitely not something a Fed would do because that'd be dumb as fuck. This is something a dumb fucking idiot would do. Who's a pervert rapist.
We are so fucking back. This kicks ass. To be quite honest, this kicks ass. Listen, in another life, this is me. I feel like this is exactly me in another life. I've worn this exact outfit in college. He's probably going to some sorority or frat event. He's got the boat shoes, the black pants, the cheap blazer, the sunglasses. This was me in another life. And imagine going. You're like, fuck yeah, man. I'm gonna get some ass, have some brewskis with the fellas. You know, just have a great time. And then you get approached by someone who thinks they are being gang stalked by the federal government, saying, I know who you are. Why are you trying to act like you're not the government watching me? I think that kicks ass, to be quite honest. I think that kicks ass. And I would much rather prefer this type of hysteria, this type of behavior and paranoia. I would much rather prefer to see this on the timeline than just a influencer going about their meaningless fucking life. At least with this, you know, this person, they have fucking soul. This person has a story to tell. They think they're being watched by the government. That's a story to tell. Hey man, how did this start? Boom, you can guarantee the next 6 hours of your life reserved for a great story. Now, will it make sense? Will it be true? Probably not. Probably not. But it'll be a great, great story, and it'll be a hell of a lot more interesting than someone talking about the arrow on water that they had. A meaningless nothing, talking about how they stood in line outside of Erewhon in Los Angeles for 180 minutes, 3 hours, waiting for a 12-ounce glass of water. I have zero desire to interact with people like that. But this right here, this work of art, this guy, this is someone I can split a cigarette with. This is someone I can call a friend. Beautiful. I think it's beautiful. We live in a great country. We live in such a great country. Wow, huh? Truly, truly beautiful. This is another thing I wanted to... Dude. Where do I even start with this, to be quite honest? I saw this on the 4th of July. Look at this shit, bro. Yes, it's a drone show. But just... Oh my God, bro, look at this. So this is what we are doing as Americans with the progression of technology. Some of the greatest hardware to ever exist in the history of man. We are seeing the evolution, the adaptation. We are seeing technological progressions that we have never seen in the history of this planet. And what are we using this technology for? We are using it for the fart drone show. And this is the most American thing possible. I saw this and I really felt like I was watching a scene from the movie Idiocracy. And I hate saying that because I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, dude, we're just living in idiocracy. Everything's idiocracy. But this is just about as close as we can get to it. A drone show. I mean, damn, just a bunch of Midwesterners. Finally, a drone show I can appreciate. Haha. This is what people deem as art. And meanwhile, let's go check out what China is doing. Let's go check out the Chinese drone shows, shall we? Look at every week. It takes us a year. First of all, I haven't hit play. Look at this. Every week. Every 6 days. I can barely put out a podcast every week. They do a fucking drone show every 6 days like this. Compared to this, we get 1 year, we get 1 day. Every year, 364 days to prepare for the fart drone show art display. Compared to this, look at this, man. This is gorgeous, dude. Absolutely gorgeous. Man, I gotta go to China, bro. I gotta go see, what the hype is about. Look at it. It looks fucking great. This is drones. These are drones. Look at what we're doing. I gotta go to China, man. I really gotta go. I'm probably gonna leave today. I'm gonna go to China today. The hell was that? There's a loud ass rumble. My upstairs neighbor dropped something. Fucking terrifying, bro. I don't know what the hell just happened. I'm terrified the floor might just fucking collapse underneath me. But I'm going to China today. I'm disappearing. I'm changing my identity. I'm going bald. I'm becoming a monk. I've had it. I'm tired of living the American misery. Now I know you guys are thinking, well, this is a very polar leap. A few minutes ago you were feeling immense pride in this country because of the World Cup. Well, my response to that is two can exist at the same time. I am a complex man. Am I not? But I also saw this little vlog, China vlog, of this person just going to work, doing their thing, and I understand it's the meme effect of like, oh, it's just like let me see, let me pull this up. Right, I understand what I'm about to say next is going to be kind of like the embodiment of this meme, right? But just really and related to China. So I understand that it's probably going to sound like that, but this vlog, dude, it looks so cool. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't like, it was just chill. It was very chill. Let me see. You're getting ready, heading off to work. Right, everything is on your phone. You scan everything. That's not don't love that. Just clean. No fucking homeless people, because they will kill you if you're homeless in China. Work, it's very, I don't know. Again, I am aware of like the meme I just showed you, but this really just looked like an overall better way of life. I mean, I don't know. I can't even say that because she's on her phone the entire time. it's just interesting. It just feels better. And, maybe that's the propaganda working on me. I've been very vocal about, how the Chinese propaganda like this, God knows who this person is. Right now I'm seeing like, oh, this is a white chick. She lives in China. She's working a job. She's kind of cute. I would probably make a pass at her at a bar. I'm seeing this, but she's probably a direct hire of the CCP. Right? She's probably a Mossad agent that was hired to create these exact videos to get idiots like myself thinking, I should go to China. We got cute white chicks in China. Why not go check it out? Have some fun, work a job, get my lunch delivered to me in a drone, live in a nice clean environment. And meanwhile, the CCP, the Chinese government is like, yeah, yes, naive American, please come this way. So that's why I'm a little bit iffy, but it's a cool little vlog, and it reminded me of those capsule houses that they have. The capsule houses, it looks really cool, man. The industrial, brutal, minimal. Yes, it's pretty dystopian, but I feel like this is kind of where we're at as a society. You can want it, but you can't realistically expect to get the nice house with the picket fence and the kids and the neighbors, the nice garage. You can't realistically expect to get that. That's not an option for most Americans. So why not just live in this like capsule, modern, clean? They're not going to call it a trailer because, trailer it insinuates white trash essentially. But live in this nice modern capsule. Yes, it's soulless. Yes, you'll have to talk yourself off a ledge every single night. But it has open space, and it has, it doesn't have real grass, but it has turf. And, this is really all you can ask for as the average Joe in today's society. And I think this is in China. You're probably going to see this a lot more in America because, the Eastern Asia, they tend to advance faster than we do, obviously. But this is something you're going to see. There's other pods in the area. You can talk and chit chat. And I saw this and I was like, all right, this really did add to the Chinese propaganda. But with that same breath, I was like, this is nice. Oh my God, imagine living here. This is cool. You're in China. You live here for 6 months or whatever. You build some sort of life. And I bet that's all fine and dandy. You can do all of that. But I bet the second you go to leave, like 10 military soldiers, they come out with these huge AKs and they tell you that you are not allowed to leave. In the scariest Mandarin that you have ever heard, whenever you were trying to kind of, you're like, all right, my stay's done. I've found myself. I want to go back to America. I miss McDonald's. I miss yelling in Times Square. I miss telling old ladies to go fuck themselves. I miss Scoongeeli's on 82nd Street. Whenever you decide to leave, the Chinese government is not going to allow you to leave. So that's why I'm always very, very, weary. And I look at these videos with the side eye because it looks great. It looks perfect. You tell yourself, I can build a life with this. In today's modern dystopia that we live in, I can build a life with this. Sure, I won't have kids. Sure, I won't have a family, probably not a loved one, but at least I can get my food delivered to me and I don't have to waste my time doing meaningless tasks like mowing the lawn. However, again, we do not know who is posting these. So this is, again, probably the CCP themselves posting this to get naive Americans like myself to move over there. It would be great, though. It would be great. Who wouldn't want to live in just a society that doesn't... I mean, I'm not going to say China treats their citizens right, because they clearly don't. But just in a place that is clean. America is just as horrific and guilty as China, except only one country has nice livability. I don't know, man. It just, stuff like this. I've been really thinking about these questions. I gotta go back to San Francisco in a couple of weeks. I gotta old glasses weasel them way into a meeting. I'm not gonna say with who, but old glasses, he kind of weaseled his way into a meeting with some people. So I got to go to San Francisco sometime next month, meet with some people. And I was just kind of thinking, like, do I want, I was just thinking, what dystopian hellscape do I want to live in? Because again, Japan, it's becoming a meme. It's becoming too mainstream. Everybody is there. I feel like I'm going to go now. I'm going to go at this point, and I'm just going to be so annoyed with seeing all the tourists, despite me, being a tourist myself. So I'm really just juggling in these options of different dystopias that I want to live in. And there's a part of me that's like, you know what, dude, what if I just moved to Boise, Idaho? What if I just moved to Boise, Idaho, or some other meaningless, just small town on the map, and do a cool niche job, work in hockey, be an assistant coach for the local league. And again, I bring this up because I saw this uni. Look. The Boise Bigfoot. Look how fucking clean this is. Look how clean this is. Imagine you just go, you live in a nice house that's affordable because, it's fucking Boise, Idaho. You live in a nice house, a nice community. You're an assistant coach for the Boise Bigfoot. You love hockey. You love grinding tape. You love the game. What a life. What a life. That should also be an option. I feel like that should also be an option. But again, I just bring this stuff up because I don't know, bouncing around and all this stuff, it's getting exhausting. It can burn you out after a while. But I don't really know where I was really kind of going with that whole tangent. You guys know how I am. I love just seeing the different lives that you could live. I think that's what really fascinates me. Being able to just see the ultra niche and vastly different lives that you can live. I'm really fascinated. It's kind of motivating, to be quite honest. It kind of motivates me, but I was rambling a little bit. I know. However, I think I'm going to start wrapping up the show, people. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We took a little summer break. I know, again, we needed a couple weeks to just regroup. It's been brutal, but we're back at it. Old Glasses is back and focused. So thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you haven't, follow, subscribe, interact. Just that we're building a community here. We're building a little cult, a little compound, a digital compound per se. So yeah, that's going to be the show this week. I will see you all next episode. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @HeyAngelBernard. And that's going to be the show. Love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. Stay black. Stay woke. And that's it.